Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another installment of Kazumi Discussion. We are the Kazumi Guys. I'm your host, Trent, joined as always with Brandon and Noah. And today we're going to be talking about Gate. No, not Steins Gate, just regular Gate. Because I remember when you first
Yeah,
mentioned this
you
show a
two
long
were
time
like
ago. We're like,
Steins Gate.
it
I'm
was
like,
like, what's
no.
that show? It's like called Gate or something. We're like, Steins Gate. It's like, no, damn it, it's called Gate. Um,
Why was this
yeah,
so hard to find? I don't understand.
because it's only on High Dive. That's the reason why.
Freaking high dive.
Yeah, this is Gate. This is Brand's pick. Basically, what this anime is about. It's neat. It's weirdly enough, it is actually an Isekai anime,
hmm
and it's basically this gate. All of a sudden, opens up in the middle of I guess Tokyo or whatever in Japan somewhere, and a bunch of these fucking Roman guys come out and they start killing everybody, and basically it's a portal to another world, and a bunch of fuck shit happens where like we go over there, we start killing them, and then we
Whole
start
lot
with
of hood
peace.
shit.
Yeah, a lot of that, a lot of drive-bys and doing a lot of that stuff like that. Before and then like the whole thing is about the two worlds trying to coexist and forming a peace treaty and stuff like that. Before we get into it, we did have a comment though on the One Piece video.
Oh shit.
I did like a back and forth with this one guy. He left a lot, so I'm not gonna read all of them. I'm just gonna read like the first one, which is I'm a massive. This is by Remember That Show. That's his channel name. I'm a massive One Piece addict. I've read all of the manga and watched all of the anime, and honestly, the live action blew me away. It was way better than anything I expected, which I think is pretty much standard for a lot of people. And he left a lot of comments. We kind of did back and forth talking about it and all that stuff. Basically, he liked it and he liked that we liked it. So,
Well, first off,
thank
just
you.
thank you
I,
for taking the time to talk with us. It's just,
Yeah.
I thought you
honestly,
were about to say some crazy shit, like he told us to kill ourselves or something like that. I was gonna say,
No,
I'd still
that's
be
if we
saying
decide.
that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Gate. Brandon, this was your pick. How'd you come across it? And then what'd you think about Gate?
Well, I mean, shit, dog. I think I came across this when I was still on Kiss Anime, dude. I would knock out so many different anime on Kiss Anime. But I don't know, man. This was an enjoyable watch, even the second time around. It's just fun to see some like medieval or fantasy world get fucking wrecked by tanks and helicopters and planes, and
Mhm.
I don't know. I love it. I love the aspect of it. Like their armor and shields are just bullshit, and like half the people they fight against get PTSD just from the guns because they can't even process the fact that it how it works.
Dude, this anime totally owned the Second Amendment.
Yeah. If half of those Japanese people in Tokyo would have had guns, nothing would have happened.
This anime totally owned white Manifest Destiny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So neither of you two have watched this, right?
yeah, no, I never even heard of it.
Wow. Okay. I thought this was bigger. I don't know. I guess it was
I
as
mean,
big
it's
as
only
I
on
thought it
High
was.
Dive, so I'm
Well, I
not
mean, there you go.
really
Well, then
surprised. I
again,
mean,
there's a lot of anime on High Dive. There's
yeah, like Girls in
Clanad, which I don't
Panzer,
understand. Yeah, exactly.
is on
Exactly.
there. So yeah. What about what'd you think about Gate?
it wasn't bad. It wasn't like anything to go, holy shit, this is the best thing I've seen in my life. But
I feel like at the end they
it was
rushed
like
it.
average.
Does that make sense?
Kinda. For me, I think the show. So, um, I thought this show has like a really probably the most unique isekai like sort of dynamic and story, like having a modern world and like this sort of like fantasy world intertwined, and they're like having peace negotiations. They're doing like you know UN type stuff.
Yeah, it was
Like they're
really
just
weird
going
how
back.
depth they went in some parts.
Yeah, so I thought that was really cool, and honestly, I felt like for the first half I was kind of in it because I thought it was really interesting. I really liked it whenever the characters from the fantasy world went to the real world and they just saw how big it was and like seeing these skyscrapers and everything and how everything works. I thought that was really cool. But around halfway, I felt this anime would have been much better if it was only 16 episodes. I feel like it went on a little too long.
Mhm.
It got boring at the end, and honestly, weirdly enough, I didn't care enough about the actual fantasy world. All of it was really boring to me. Like the politicking that happened in it. Like I liked a lot of it at the beginning, but like in the fantasy world, like with the fucking prince and everything, and the king and all that stuff, and like the princess, I was
Honestly,
like, I don't really care about any of this. Like I'm more interested on like how it's kind of funny that the US was kind of the bad guy for a little bit again.
yeah.
But I really liked like how Japan was trying to handle this, you know, and they're like building, they're helping them build, you know, cities and stuff. Like I thought that was all really cool, and yeah, I just felt like but for the most part, I thought this was it started off really good. It ended off kind of Record of Grand Crest War where like there's just a bunch of random bullshit happening. And I'm just like, I
Yeah.
don't care about this anymore. Really, it started off good though.
I don't know. I felt like what really captivated people was, like I said, just like a whole lot of fuck shit. Like they went in guns blazing, fucking everyone in sight, and then it went to, oh, we're gonna go do a little adventure. I'm like, now you lost me. I don't know.
Yeah, like when it started off, I mean, like they say, like they're for half of the show, or more than half of the show, they're like, "Oh, we need to make sure the peace is like agreed on, and the peace treaty and all that stuff." And I'm like, okay, you guys only had one battle between each other. You're even at war or anything like that. Like there's warring at the beginning, and there's warring at the end. In the middle, it's a bunch of just fuck shit about the treaty and stuff. And like again, I liked some of the stuff about like, you know, the people from the fantasy world going over to the real world and seeing that. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, it's just a lot of the politicking and like even the fantasy world was just boring to me.
The animation was pretty cool. I don't remember them using 3D really anywhere except for like the dragons. Am I wrong in saying that?
Yeah, this was done by A1 Pictures. They worked on Black Butler, Fairy
Tale.
Tail.
You're not wrong what you're saying, sorry.
I was gonna say, are you disagreeing with me?
No.
Anyway, they worked on Black Butler, Fairy Tail, Blue Exorcist, Sword Online, Magi, Seven Deadly Sins, Grimgar, Fate Apocrypha, Record of Grand Crest, Nier Automata, and they co-produced Darling in the Franxx. So like, you know, a studio that has a lot of like, you know, work behind it and stuff. And like, I can definitely tell, like, it feels kind of standard-ish because like I see some of those titles, I'm like, yeah, that looks like it.
Did you guys notice in the beginning of this? Like, this still isn't a spoiler, but they assigned the main character to go into the new world, to figure out what's going on, and he has a military uniform on, and it has like the camo on. Literally, like I was like looking, I'm like, dude, that is like every time he moved, the camo like jarbled, like his whole body didn't look right. I'm like, that just looks so off. I don't know if it was the next episode or the next scene. It was him getting a new uniform, and like the camo was barely camo. I'm like, dude, they totally were like, we can't do this for 24 episodes.
Yeah,
I was like laughing. I'm like,
it was fine for the most part. The animation was pretty standard.
All I want to say is that, bro, fantasy would get shit on by fucking modern tech, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Like, well, we saw that at the beginning, right? Like they were just like, dude, an entire army of like what 100,000 people going after. They didn't get anywhere near them. They didn't lose any guys.
They made it to the barbed wire. Didn't even get any further.
That's just
exactly.
So war, like, bro.
I wanted to see more of that. Like, you know, whenever they were owning dragons and stuff, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's definitely one-sided now. They can't do
freaking fighter jet fighting dragons was pretty cool. All right.
Oh,
and,
that's something I've never seen before. So yeah.
The amount of detail they went into, like some of the details on the guns, them reloading, make sure mags switch, even like with tanks and stuff, it's pretty cool.
We didn't do a non-spoiler section, but whatever, I don't care.
I mean, we didn't really spoil anything yet. I was waiting for you to say, all right, non-spoiler or into the spoilers. I'm like,
well, I get guys, if there's a little spoilers in there.
Yeah, little spoilers, I guess, for a show that's on high dive that you probably don't have.
Look, it's fine, bro. You're spoiling that hat. You're spoiling Pokemon with the Pikachu hat, bro. Like I didn't know. I didn't know
Pikachu was gonna show up.
I didn't know Pichu evolved yet, bro. Like,
watch the first Pokemon movie, bitch. Yeah, I guess to kind of do our non-spoiler-y-ish ending thing, I thought, start off good. There's some little things I like. There's some charm to this show, you know. Like there's some stuff that I like. There's some characters I think are funny. For the most part, I just think it kind of loses itself in the end. And it was a cool idea, times, like a really cool idea.
Like the main character, actually, he has to be my favorite character. Honestly, he made me laugh a lot.
We'll talk about him in a bit. So both of you liked it then at the end of the day.
Yeah,
it was like average.
Like you said, at the end, it did get a little boring. When you start off the show with so much firepower and so much like fighting, and then you kind of, like you said, get into the politics. You're like, okay.
Yeah, it's interesting because like I compared. like I feel like people would say, well, "What about Overlord?" There's a lot of talking and politicking that. It's like, yeah, but like it's more interesting because their world building is great in Overlord. I feel like in this, I don't care about like the fucking elves, the dark elves, and the fucking whatever other races there are. I
I
don't
want to see him
care
getting
enough.
shot.
I don't.
That's
Yeah,
the thing,
exactly.
They should have
I don't-
fleshed. They should have really.
You weren't
fleshed
made
it
in
out.
God's
If
image.
it was more than just like what was it? Was this only one season?
Yes, this came
Yeah,
out in
one season.
2017.
Yeah. So this was only one season. Like we didn't have like any
I
time
think-
to really connect with the world like Overlord, where we had like how many seasons is Overlord? Like 4
4.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a sequel manga to this, which I think honestly they can't. We'll get to this later when we talk about like the ending of the show and stuff like that. But yeah, there was supposed to be more, I think, and it just didn't happen. But yeah, anyway, yeah. So you wanted to talk non-spoiler part over spoilers, spoiler warning. So the main character, Yoji, I first didn't like him. I was kind of like, I remember in the first episode I was confused. 'Cause I'm like, why the fuck are the police just ran into this nobody fucking weeb guy?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, oh wait, he's a lieutenant. And then you start learning all these things about him, like, oh, he was in the Rangers or whatever, special
Yeah.
forces and stuff. I thought that was like kind of cool. He grew on me over the show. I'm not gonna say he's like the best main character.
No.
But I think he's probably like one of the more unique ones I've seen because like he's not like because like in the Isekai a lot of the time it's like a younger guy. He's like I think he's 33 or something, and like he's divorced and everything, and he's just like all like he's a different type of character. And yeah, I didn't think he was too bad though. He's definitely on like the upper end, like he's like below average or above average.
Yeah, I didn't mind him much. He made me laugh that time when they first saw the fire dragon. And one of his underlings comes up. It's like it was a girl. She's like, "Sir, what do you want us to do?" He's like, "Could you hold the commanding officer's hand? Because he's a little scared."
Yeah, there were some comedy bits in this that were actually really funny. Yeah, I guess we'll just talk about characters. So then you have Lele, the Blue Witch, has the same name as I think the mom from Munsters. I believe her name was Lele. So that's kind of funny. She's standard fucking witch.
She was the only girl, like only character I really did not like.
Yeah, she was just there.
Yeah.
Then you have.
I don't know. For me, it wasn't like I didn't like have like a super connection to any of the characters. It was kind of just like I was kind of just there. I was kind of experiencing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was gonna say like I don't love any of the characters in this, but like I thought there were a couple that I'm just like yeah, fine. You know, like the kind of like a like standard anime-ish. Like I mean, in terms.
Yeah.
Okay, again, this is an isekai fantasy, so there is a harem. For the most part, it's kind of standard, and it's kind of like
I don't want to interrupt the whole character development, but what the fuck was like? I didn't realize it probably the first time I watched it, but this time I was watching it. Why was it the whole like you said halfway through it? It's like pretty good, and then like that last half, it was like harem. Now it's like okay.
I mean, they kind of started out that way a little bit.
I mean, he rescued her. They came across the one girl, but it was never like it was only him and them. Like he still had his
because it's an
underlings.
Isekai fantasy. That's why. Like they're just
come on,
I'm sure
it's an Isekai. It must be that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially,
is there
it's
a single
terrible.
Isekai that doesn't have a harem? I don't think there is. Maybe Grimgar, right?
If you get into like manga, there's a few, but like anime, they don't fucking adapt anything that isn't harem.
I started watching the vending machine one.
Are you serious? No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
It's funny, but it's like no, it's like for this, it's like it's just kind of an experience. Like how are they going about this? That's all it was really.
Dude,
I didn't finish it.
So bad.
Wait, here's something we could just do. Hey, if anyone knows of one, drop that shit in the comments.
Dang, yeah, drop that.
I mean,
yeah, drop that shit in the
Grimgar.
comments.
Does Grimgar count? I mean, maybe because the main character, like,
there's always that one gay guy in the harems.
That's Sword Online. Yeah. Anyway, so
Everyone
then
was
we
gay
get
there.
Rory Mercury, who was the apostle goth chick who coomed every time someone died, which wasn't. I didn't really appreciate that because I was kind of like, ugh.
It was a little weird. Then it got a little funny.
Yeah, that was all weird for me. Then you had Tuca the elf, who like I thought was gonna be a bigger character, but then she kind of just ends up not. She kind of just ends up being there, and then that's it. You know. And then like again, I don't even know what's going on because at the end she acknowledges that like yeah she saw Yoji as her dad, but then she snapped out of it, but she still calls him daddy. I'm like, That's just the writer
She
trying
call
to
me
get
daddy
like,
any
his...
time of the week.
Hey, yo!
Yeah. And then
Fucking
you
man's
have...
gonna hear that shit and come down the stairs and beat your ass, bro.
That's an extra 5
Yep.
minutes with the lead pipe.
And then you have Princess Pina Colada, who was the main, I guess, like the main fantasy chick or whatever.
Into some, what's that called? Yuri or what's that called when it's like gay or lesbian? She's into gay men hentai or something like that.
Yaoi.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yaoi. There it is, Yaoi.
Yaoi.
Noah looks at it, so he knows.
Yeah. Oh show.
Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, yeah, in terms of characters, like, yeah, it's like you said, Noah, like I don't really love any of them. Like there were some that were kind of cool, you know, like I mean, again, if Rory if Rory didn't coom every time someone died, I'd probably like her more, but like the fact that they like it was just a little much, you know, I just it didn't.
Also, like,
and also, dude, the fucking one what's his name? The one Japanese guy who was like talking with the princess and stuff, like he was like the negotiator or whatever. What's up with him fucking marrying
with the little girl? What the
why
hell?
do they do that? Why are they doing that?
Dude,
And he's
right,
like, I promise it'll be completely legal. Wait till she's 18. I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. That's grooming, dude.
all I want to say is this, dude. There was a lot of fetishes in this series.
yeah.
The freaking feet, the bunny, and
What? Oh yeah, that was yeah.
No. Wait. The little like goblin guy comes out and he gives the information, your reward. She just plops her foot down. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, dude, what was up with her? I did not give a shit about her either. I didn't care about any of that. She, like, it just came out of nowhere where she's like, aha, I'm gonna get revenge because the prince killed my people or whatever. It's like,
Yeah, she got brutally raped.
Yep.
Yeah, the first scene, that was something.
Look,
Like I said, there was
say,
a lot of fetishes here,
at
man.
the very, very least, there's nobody in this that I absolutely detested.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But no one
And I
was
think
crazy over
That's
too.
a plus. Because the last couple we've had, there's always that one character that we fucking detest.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And that surprised me with this, but the only problem with that is there's no one I loved, so it's not like I can like put this anywhere above average. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Makes sense to me.
for sure. Oh, interesting thing about this in terms of me is that this was my 100th ranked anime show that I've watched. 100th. Gate was my 100th. In terms of actual anime, it's my 94th, but it's my so I thought that was really. I was like, yeah, Gate's my 100th. Okay, that'll be interesting.
So
I should do one of those TikTok videos. You know how girls do the body count? I should do that with the anime, like Gate, just like above my head.
73.
oh my.
Dude,
that scene with the helicopters.
Ride of the Valkyries. That's
dude,
from
that was-
Apocalypse Now. And you know what happened? It made me want to watch Apocalypse Now because I never watch it. Watch it Saturday. Loved that movie. I love that movie. I'm getting it on Blu-ray. It was awesome.
All I gotta say is, man, that was so dope. They just go into that, like, honestly, that fight at that town was better than the fight at the ending, which is weird.
Yeah.
I don't
And
understand
that
how
was
happened.
really cool. And dude, the choreography of the one army chick with her gun and the bayonet, that was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Like
dude,
the way she
when
was
she
going
went
like
into
this,
first
boom.
person a lot, dude, that was awesome.
That was all really fucking cool, dude. With the rifle and everything, the choreography, and
I
they
wish-
didn't really. Ah man,
I wish
she was
that
kind of
battle,
cool.
that
the one
battle
army
though,
chick.
they had night vision on. I'm like, dude, they're about to wreck some shit. And there's like, up this morning. I'm like, no,
No.
Going
bring
ghost.
bring it back.
Soap.
We should get night vision goggles and shoot each other at night.
Get
Yeah,
night vision.
sounds
I mean,
fun.
I don't care. We could use live rounds. We're an airsoft. I don't give a crap, man.
Hey, we should go to Maine. No, I'm not gonna make that.
Oh.
Joke. Anyway.
All right, too many shootings recently, man.
Anyway.
YouTube, clip that out.
Clip it.
Cut that.
Not in a good way. Clip it.
Clip that
Cut
shit.
that. Anyway, so yeah, all right. Also, when I was looking up this anime, apparently there's another anime this gets compared to called Outbreak Company that has like sort of a similar premise where it's like the same thing where like two worlds are merged and everything like that. I will say that's one thing I did find interesting in that it would have been kind of interesting to see what they would do with it in season 2, but like they pretty much said that the Gate opens up every 100 or thousands of years to like a new
Oh yeah,
race of
new
people.
race.
So like the elves came in through that door, and then they integrated the everything like that. So I
Well,
thought
but
that was
yeah.
really cool.
So they had humans, which I don't know if you realize, but every human there was white. So they just released the Asians into the mix.
Yeah, they're trying
oh
to.
my god.
It's like, look, we can't go straight to black yet. Okay, we gotta just slightly dilute it first. Okay, we'll go to Asian. Okay, then
Gotta go-
Mexicans. Then Mexicans.
But you can
Then
only bring
Native
like 5
Americans.
blacks in. You can only bring 5
Then
blacks
maybe
in.
the blacks.
Only 5 before they destroy the goddamn neighborhood, bring down the property value. Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
Bring back the property value.
So I'll say that for theories. Never mind. I'll wait.
Yeah, so I thought that was probably my I thought like a really interesting part that they probably would have gotten into for like a season 2 maybe, because like I'm assuming it's gonna it closes every, I don't know if they said it opens up every 100,000 or hundreds or thousands of years, and then it closes randomly.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I was getting at with the like a theory. Like, so is that like, does that mean it's gonna disappear
it's probably gonna close soon,
and then they're
I'm
gonna be
assuming
stranded
that if
there?
yeah, we'll get into that for theories, because
Yeah.
I do have some interesting things about that. But anything so I thought another interesting thing about this anime is that it was actually produced by an actual JSDF officer who made it, or the original author was actually a member of the JSDF. And the Japanese military actually started a recruitment campaign using the main characters as mascots. So this is kind of like, that was one thing when I was looking this show up.
Military
A lot of gripes
propaganda in Japan.
Yeah, a lot of people had gripes with that. They were like, "Oh, I didn't like how they glorify the Japanese military." It's like, you just hate military in general. Just say that, okay? It's like, I mean, I don't know what the point
What's
is.
an easier way to say you're a pussy than saying that?
Yes.
And
I'm a
Brad, where's your
conscientious
F-22?
objector.
Oh, my.
Yeah, apparently also the scripts for the dub were changed, which might explain some of like. So I hated this. Is always confusing when we do animes like this, or I think anime in general, where you have the weird language barrier stuff, where like they're speaking the same language, obviously, but like they're saying that they're not speaking the same language and they need a translator. It messes with my head every time that they have to, like, whenever what's her face had to interpret for like the meeting or whatever with like the Japanese like judge or whatever. I was confused. I'm like, oh, they're speaking the
Japanese, bro. I never understood that shit. You literally have somebody who already recorded that voice.
Also, on Amazon, they didn't have subtitles for the Japanese or the text that was on the bottom, like the text for like, I guess, their language
If you
or
would have
whatever.
gone to high dive, they did.
Well,
That's the
I will
only.
next time.
That was the only good thing about high dive. Honestly,
Yeah.
any type of Japanese writing that came up, they spelled it all out. I'm like, oh, cool.
That's all I'm saying. If you
wish
if you
Crunchyroll
hop
would
on
do
High
that.
Dive,
We are sponsored by High Dive.
Yeah,
I wish.
Hitive. Yeah. So anything else about? I mean, I guess going into the like I said before, a lot of people had a problem with the heavy-handed political commentary and glorified Japanese military. It's like, fucking, I don't really
Rory,
care.
I thought that's something I've never really heard of before. How she was a demigod, couldn't really die. Just a little different, and she's meant to be a god at some point.
Yeah,
It's
like in
kinda
another
weird.
40 years or something, she'll ascend to godhood or whatever.
How about the that court hearing they had with them in the normal world?
That's
And
what I was
that
talking about before.
oh,
like, the
okay.
translation stuff was always just where he's like, she said, like, she's just like, I don't know. It's just really, it messes with my head every time they say they're translating, but they're speaking the same language.
This
It's
is
so
one
weird.
thing I didn't understand. Let's be honest here. America, Japan are fucking each other so hard because they love each other. If some random magical gate popped up, America would just nuke that shit. They
It's
wouldn't
so
even
funny because
question
they
it.
talk
Somebody
about,
started
we
fucking
need
killing
their resources. The fucking
that shit.
presidents.
Stripped them of everything.
Oil.
There's no way we'd have fucking went to war with them.
I was watching this episode of South Park where they were talking about the war in Iraq. And he's like,
Oh my
what do you kids
God.
think about the war? It's like, what are you kids protesting? And he's just like, the war. It's like, oh, and what are your thoughts on the war? It's gay. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, maybe Noah, maybe we nuke it. Be like, no,
We
it's too
needed
dangerous,
nukes.
you know.
We needed some fucking A10s, bro. Put some A10s in there, bro. Fucking Battlefield 5 that bitch. I mean, Battlefield 4 that bitch.
Now I have a feeling America would find some reason just to take over Japan just to get to it. It'd be
No,
like
Japan
they,
and
they would
America, like,
find
they
some
love
way
each
to be
other.
like they're handling it wrong or they're committing
Well, the
war
UN,
crimes,
I
and
would
we'd be
say,
like, "We'll
probably.
take care of it," and then we'd just
It-
swoop in and like,
It needed
we'll
to be
take
like
care
the
of everything.
UN or NATO or something. They'd be like, "Oh, we're gonna take this over" and stuff like
No,
that.
not even, bro. They would have
Something
just
like
let
that.
us in, man. Japan has off branches of our military in their military.
Oh yeah, Wesley was over
Yeah.
there for a while as part of the U.S. military. So yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. All right. So I'll just go into the best parts, scenes, and characters. I love the Ride of the Valkyrie scene. That was
Yeah,
great. It
that
made me
was
go watch
awesome.
Apocalypse
Mhm.
Now. And again, seriously, watch Apocalypse Now. It's really fucking good. And fucking what's his face? Han Solo's in it. What's his name? Harrison
Harrison
Ford.
Ford.
He's in it for a little bit. It's really cool.
What he
Martin
is?
Sheen. Yeah, for a little bit. And then Martin Sheen's the main character. Marlon Brando is in it. It's a really good movie. Definitely check it out. I was surprised at how much I like
Bro,
it.
I just lost my shit. I thought you were talking about this anime. I'm like, what the
No,
fuck is he
Apocalypse
talking
Now. I'm
about?
talking about Apocalypse Now. That's where
I guess I'm like-
that's what the scene they were parodying in this with the helicopters was Ride of Valkyries from Apocalypse Now. If you ever watch,
Mhm.
if you've ever known
Okay.
anything about that scene, but yeah, it's a really good scene in the movie too. Yeah, the Army Chick's choreography versus the Mercenaries is really cool for the one scene. She was also kind of a cool character for the little she was. And oh yeah, I forgot that they went over to like his ex-wife's house for a little bit and they stayed the night. I forgot all that stuff after that court meeting or whatever.
I felt like
I
after
completely
they came
forgot.
back into the other realm, it just went downhill. Oh, we're gonna go slay a dragon. I'm like, cool, I guess. Or oh, this or that. I'm like,
Like I didn't give a shit about like fucking. I guess it was like the U.S. and Japan fighting each other outside of like that place.
I
they
thought
were
that was
at or
pretty
whatever.
cool.
Fuck,
I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty cool.
going ghost. Yeah, I didn't really give a shit about that. And then fucking again, like Rory just basically raping Yoji or whatever his name is. That was just kind of like, yeah, didn't really need that show.
Mhm.
You're on thin ice as it is.
I didn't mind, dude. Nothing. Like I'm gonna bring up Wicked City again. Like after that, like nothing. Everything is
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
now.
compared to Wicked City, this was nice. Okay.
man.
This was sweet.
I will say this show was missing one thing. There should have been way more American propaganda. Like, what the fuck are we talking about, bro?
I thought they were gonna
I
be
know
bigger
this is
players.
from Japan, bro, but we need more American propaganda. We need more American flags. We need more beer, NASCAR.
Yeah.
Look at Brandon's background. He's an American flag right there. Yeah. Let's see. And also one of the things I thought was really cool and really, again, really unique is just having an anime like an isekai that literally like you can go back and forth in between worlds. I thought was really that interesting. Like it's a cool dynamic. It's just like I wish if it was 16 episodes, I feel like it would be so much better. Even though I know you talked about how it was rushed at the end, but I don't know, like. Maybe if this was a show where it was just like 16 episodes, like 16 episode seasons or something like that. I don't know. I feel like by the end, I was just so out on it. Like when it ended, I was just like, okay, we're done. Like, cause I liked it at the beginning, but
I want them to do this, but without the peace negotiations. We're just like, we're gonna take it.
If it was more interesting, I feel like it could have worked. Again, like I did not give a shit about any of the stuff going on. Like I didn't care about the coup happening in fucking
Like, I wanna see,
the
like,
fantasy world.
Nazis going into that world and taking over.
Oh,
That's what I want to see.
Okay. Calm down there,
Didn't give a
Brandon.
shit about the bunny chick trying to get revenge and stuff. I just like all of it was so boring to me.
For real, we
It's like,
needed
I'm a-
more fucking military just fucking up the fantasy.
That's what we
world.
needed.
Yes,
It was cool. It was cool
exactly.
seeing like the jet planes freaking rolling in and like blowing up the
Exactly.
two like baby dragons. I was like, hell yeah.
The fuck is a wizard gonna do against some fucking ship flying at him at fucking 1,600 miles per hour?
Dude, their freaking war was shorter than the
Dude.
Gulf War. It was bullshit. They only fought one battle and then just like, oh, okay, well now we're just in peace talks or ceasefire. I'm just like, fuck off, fight more.
I gotta say, dude,
Fuck
it was
peace.
that was the most American thing I could think of. Japan took that right out of our playbook. Freaking they realized that the Empire had another captive of ours. And they're just like, bomb the Senate.
Yeah.
Literally just like,
Ours would have
Bomb.
been, all right, guys, we're just gonna take your entire country.
honestly.
Oh yeah, that was another character they kind of tried to introduce at the end. It was the one chick that they had captured in the first raid or whatever,
Yeah.
and she came back. I was like, again, didn't really care about.
Wait a minute,
Yeah, then
that
there was the
didn't make
fucking
sense.
bar owner chick too. What?
That didn't make sense, right? They said they captured her, and the reason why her family got murdered was because they were looking for her. the day of the raid.
Yeah, I thought
So the gate must have opened and they came through, took someone and ran.
wasn't she? Didn't she? She was asking for someone like a guy, and I don't know if it was her husband or like her brother or something. Because like that, if it was her brother, it would maybe explain like maybe the family were out and they got separated. Maybe.
Yeah, but they had missing papers that they had during the
Oh,
day of
yeah.
the, whatever that was when the.
I guess they did
Empire
kind of
first
skip
came
over the
through.
first battle, didn't they? Because like they just came in and then like they fought for a little bit. Then the next episode happened. It was like, oh yeah, we fought them back, and now we're getting ready to go in. Like that's, yeah, they kind of didn't explain how they drove them all back. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, it kind of didn't make any sense. Someone in
Yeah.
the comments could be like, no, you didn't pay attention. They said this, and I was like, oh, there's too much raping going on. So what were your guys' favorite characters of this show?
Main character's good for me. That Ride of the Valkyrie and that whole fight scene wasn't the capital, which is really weird. How like the last fight scene they didn't have any build up.
Yeah, it just sort of happened. Yeah,
They could
like
have done
Grand
some
Crest.
dope. They could have done some dope shit with.
There's so much shit
freaking
they could have done, dude.
paratroopers, dude. Middle of the
That
night,
was cool.
paratroopers, night goggles, drop
When
them
he's-
in.
See, that was another thing I liked. I love the fantasy guys reacting to like the new technology, like to guns and to tanks and to helicopter. I love that stuff.
That's
The paratroopers, but like again, it just by the end of it, just
Dude, they
so
could have gone
fucking-
so badass with the paratroopers in the
I'm
middle of
just
the night.
upset. There's so much wasted potential in this.
Dude,
man.
there is.
for sure. Maybe the manga's better. I don't know.
I want to let these people in the other world witness not even like a modern day bomb, but just an atomic bomb.
Not even an atomic bomb, just fucking tomahawk missile. These fuckers.
Oh,
Like, oh, what is that thing coming at us at fucking 3,600 miles per hour?
it's a javelin.
Anthrax. I don't know.
Fucking white phosphorus. These fucking bitches. Take down
Yeah.
their whole forest. Agent Orange, them fucks.
Asian orange. Was there anything about the show that you did like, Noah?
Was it the
I
goblin
actually
looking feet?
thought it was okay. I mean, like you guys said, pretty much a lot of the dragon fighting scenes were cool. I mean, that was like the only thing that really stood out to me was
Like that one when they actually killed the fire dragon.
yeah.
That kind of was off for me. I thought it was pretty cool seeing the elves trying to use RPGs and they wouldn't check behind them. They
Yeah,
kept blowing everyone
fuck.
behind them up.
They're getting fucked. Yeah, that was funny.
Fucking blast zone, bitch.
Oh my.
I don't know.
Uh,
There wasn't anything that I like particularly loved. It was just kind of like throughout the whole thing. I was like, oh, this is okay, I guess.
I
mhm.
wanted to see that. Like they kept showing like the Rangers, but never fully saw them actually in action. I wanted to see them go ape shit.
Yeah, it's the problem. They just so much wasted shit. There were so many things they could have done. If they take modern military, there's so much shit you could put into it.
Maybe Outbreak Company's better.
We'll have to see what that's all about.
Worst parts. Again, starts off strong. I feel like it ends
Yeah.
slow and boring. They had the world building isn't good. Needed more of the war. Like I just like it would have been so much. I just the fact that they had
Less
like
peace
two
talk,
battles
more war.
and then
Exactly.
like it's a ceasefire. It's like
Well, the problem
you
is
know.
they brought us in and it was all war, and then they just stopped.
Yeah, they never explained why they just all of a sudden attacked.
Yeah.
Like, did they scout or something? They're just Romans just come in and it's like, stab everyone. Like, it's just like, what the hell are you doing? You know?
I don't
So
know,
like they
man.
didn't really explain that.
Well, that's what I was getting at. Like that's like that with that one girl they were looking for on the day of that raid. So maybe they did
so
scout.
were there multiple raids? Maybe
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm-
They skipped over it. That's the
Yeah, they
thing. Like,
really
it's,
did.
it's weird. Like they wanted to get the out. They just wanted to get rid of the battle scenes real quick so they can get to all the the politic
The
and shit,
harem.
Like
That's the
Yeah,
word.
it's-
That's what upset me. Like, come on, dude. Don't put us into this like fucking insane concept and illustrate it, and then go, okay, by the way, that's it.
yeah,
They dick teased us at the start.
They really did.
They fucking edged you, and then went,
they
oh,
definitely.
okay, we're done.
Gooning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Jap delegate and the girl didn't appreciate that. I thought that at first I thought he was actually handling it well. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta let her down because, like, obviously, like I love how he said, like, well, in our world, that's not really appropriate to do, and they're like, oh, it doesn't matter here, and he's just like, oh yeah,
I guess I am in another world.
No. Wait.
yeah, it's really, yeah, that was
The
a
prime minister was like, I hope you're not doing anything inappropriate. And he's like,
yeah. No, not till she's
Oh.
18. Okay, first off, there are so many characters they introduced in this series that I do not give a shit about. Like the fucking princesses, like her bodyguards or
Rose.
the roses or whatever. Didn't
Vanetta.
give a shit about them. Didn't know any of their names. I don't remember a lot of people's names in this show, to be honest. And also like a couple of like the army guys I would get confused with sometimes because they all wore the same fucking thing. That's what happened. Yeah, I loved at the end how they tried to. Do you remember that little bit they did where it's like, oh well, these two ended up together, and these two ended up together, and these two? I was just like, fuck off! I don't know any of these characters.
That
Why
guy
are you
had
showing me this?
one episode of screen time, and you expect me to give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, we're expecting a baby. Who the fuck cares? I don't know you.
When did you have time to do that?
Yeah, exactly.
That bro took her,
And the two of them tried to kill each other, and they're together. I'm just like, what the fuck?
I fell in
So
love with her the moment she penetrated me.
Yes,
Oh.
exactly. So yeah, that
my.
was kind of annoying. It was kind of trying to be like, haha, look how cute this anime is. Like, no. And yeah, like I said, some of the fan service, like for the most part, the fan service is kind of standard for like an isekai fantasy thing, but there's some stuff
yeah.
that just like pushed
Bunny
over the
rape
edge.
and the feet.
Yeah, no, the feet really got to me, man. Every time.
At least they only did it once. At least
Yeah,
it
they
was
only did it
only
once.
once. So I mean,
I know,
you
but
know,
like
it's
I
not
had
like-
it out of my mind, and now he's said it 4 times, and now it keeps coming back into my mind. It's like a replay.
It bothered me, man. It really did.
You're fucking me over too, man.
Like that feet thing really bothered me more than the little girl thing. All right, like
next we're
that
gonna be
seemed gross
watching
to my knee.
Magi.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah. For the most, fan service was kind of lame.
The thing is, it wasn't
yeah,
that
and
much.
it is
It's
weird
they
that
they just tipped it over. I felt like.
It was not. It was
Yeah.
bad fan service. It was like
Yeah.
gross shit you don't want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the harem was stupid.
Yeah.
None of them were really solid 10s.
No, not at all.
No, Brandon.
Well,
was
a couple of them
No.
were 10. That's the thing.
I'm gonna say, let me take that back. The dark elf was kind of bad. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah. I forgot about her. Yeah, she was what? Wait, what was her thing again? Why'd she
or
come into the
Yurt.
story again?
She needed them to kill the fire dragon.
Oh yeah, because it killed her people too. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Hey
there's,
man, she's essentially.
there's segregation there. Dark elves and regular elves. What the fuck? What's up with the segregation?
The other elf was like, "Why do they live here? It's terrible."
The ghettos. Because they
But,
brought down the property values everywhere else.
Oh my! But I lost my train of thought. So
yeah. Yeah. Anything else you guys didn't like? Anything I might be missing?
I wish they went ape shit, more genocide.
Yeah, genocide's always good. Sequels, theories. So this came out in 2017, 2023. I'm assuming there's no season 2. I know that there's a sequel manga, which I'm assuming is just like the second part, because they did set up stuff in this, like we talked about before. The gate's gonna close one day. And also they set up that fucking Rory there's some chick who's obsessed with her, another god chick too, that they tried to set up, but like again, that didn't go anywhere
She
because
was like half dragon or something.
Yeah, something like that. So I'm assuming they were gonna say that for season 2. You said you had something for season 2, a theory for season 2.
Well, just that the gate closes. It'd be pretty cool if season 2 was like they're over there doing their thing, and next thing you know they come back and like, oh, we can't get back. It's like, oh fuck.
I thought it'd be interesting because Rory knew all along about like the gate, like it opens every 100 years or so. I thought there was gonna be like a scene where like he says like, hey, like how long do we have until the gate closes? And she's gonna be like, oh, you have about like a year. You know? So
5
like
minutes.
well, I thought it'd be really cool if they decided to do like a thing like in Japan, like there's maybe just for like the people who are stationed there being like, okay, we're gonna give you a choice. You want to stay here? Go ahead, do that. If you don't, then if they want to bring like scientists and bring people over to try to advance their society and stuff, I thought that'd be kind of an interesting thing to do. Like they hold like a public thing where it's like, hey, you want to live here? Go ahead and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought that would be interesting. And then like he would have to make a choice. Like obviously he would have chosen the actual because the taco lifestyle is above all else. That's what they made sure to tell us first thing. But
wouldn't it be funny if like we learn that the gate's gonna close in a day and we're just like Send everybody in prison over there.
I mean, yeah, let them deal with
Prison's
it.
over there.
They're not sending their best, folks.
Uh,
I love that. That's my favorite Trump quote. They're not sending their best. Yeah, that would be kind of funny. But yeah, I
Dump
think
the
that would
trash
be
into the world. Just all our like plastic waste and like
the garbage
Oh my
island just
throwing
throw
all
shit
the
in.
car batteries and
oh my god.
Magic it away, bitches. Just like-
oh,
yeah, I think
my.
that'd be really interesting how they would handle that because, like, you'd think that they would want to. I mean, I'm assuming people would go over there and stay because, like, I mean, like, obviously they've been teaching like Japanese and stuff. That's gonna be another language over there. That all again, that's all interesting stuff that I'm sure if this show got season 2, they probably wouldn't have focused on because it's all really
Yeah.
interesting to me. Like how they would try to like be like, hey, yeah, if you want to live here and help them advance, go ahead, do all that stuff like that. So probably wouldn't do that.
You know, it's funny. The main character wouldn't stay. He would miss his video games and cell service and whatnot.
Oh yeah, what'd you guys think about the last scene?
That was pretty funny.
It was pretty good.
I just wanted to get my manga.
So I was trying to remember what this word meant because I forgot. So, otaku is a Japanese word that describes people with consuming interest, particularly in anime, manga, video games, or computers as contemporary use origin. Okay, because I thought, is otaku and weeb the same thing?
I'm not an
Or
otaku,
is-
but I'm a known sex offender.
Yeah.
Wait, you too? You're not allowed within 500?
Yeah, I
meters
can't
of
go
elementary
to
school?
schools.
I don't know. It's like, I keep trying to telling the teachers that they're actually a 900-year-old demigod,
Oh my god.
and it's okay. He's
The opposite
actually a
is mine,
3,000-year-old dragon.
Oh
Jesus.
my!
I fucking hate that excuse, bro.
In anime or in real life?
Yeah, no, in anime. That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
I really need to
I
start
I love
executing
how they try to
pedophiles.
make it okay. They try to make it okay in the show. Like, why'd they try to do that? Like, it just
No, like the fuck.
Hey, he said no. She's raping him.
yes,
Would he still get in trouble?
it's okay when a woman rapes a man.
Yes.
Yeah, replay value. I'm probably not gonna watch this again.
Maybe
I mean,
highlights.
I don't know. I don't know. I
Not
don't think
enough
I'd watch
America.
this again. It's between low. I think for me, like
I'm gonna say this
as a-
is my
again,
second
as-
time. I have no desire after this. Maybe, like I said, that Valkyrie, the helicopter ride, and maybe
watch Apocalypse Now. It's a really good.
Not
movie.
enough freedom.
Apocalypse
enough
Now is tons of
America.
freedom, bro.
Not
I
enough
want someone to-
freedom, not
Love the
enough
smell of
KFC.
napalm in the morning.
I want someone to make this, but in America. You know what I'm saying?
Make a
Oh,
live
well, we
action adaptation of Gate.
fucking McDonald's takes over fucking the alternate dimension. No, not McDonald's, Disney.
It's like we call this, fucking Disney.
No,
All the
no.
Disney over there.
We gotta attach his penis to you. Our people need to know this.
Yeah.
What?
All right. Rating. Final thoughts. What do you guys? No. What do you give Gate?
It's like I'm gonna honestly put it like a C plus.
That's exactly where I'm at. C plus.
It's
Yeah,
like
that's
it's-
what I was gonna
it's-
do.
It's
Wow,
literally
look at
just,
that.
Really?
it is
plus for
genuinely
everyone.
just average. It's not like holy shit, this is amazing. It's just that's it. It's like
Yeah.
it's like every other seki out there, but military.
Yeah, like C plus, like for me is like it's average, but there's something about it where it's just like
Yeah.
either it's charming or it's like they had an idea and they actually did okay with it for the most part or
For
whatever.
the
But
start,
like,
and then it
guys-
just turned into normal.
Do
Yeah.
you guys remember Jormungandr?
Yeah.
The scene
Yes.
when the mercenaries go in to that house and assassinate that family.
I do vaguely remember that.
They had like this. They look like
Yeah.
Ghost from Ghost. They had like the mask with
yeah.
the skeleton on. it.
Going ghost.
I wanted something like that. Them going into like the royal palace and just fucking like assassinating like the emperor or the prince to be like, all right, we're good. Like now there's peace talk. You know,
I
just-
love how like every time they built a shield wall, they just shoot through it.
They would go in the
Just be
first
like,
person
okay.
mode. just-
I would have loved to see like a 300 style version of this where it's like you have 300 guys with guns.
They
but
know
against
we're coming
100
through the gate.
Dude, it's literally so that's something I do with Total War sometimes is because like Total War is like a Revolutionary War game.
yeah, yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
take like I'll have like a bunch of like guys with rifles against like a bunch of Indians with swords, and I love doing that because I think it's just so fun seeing that. But yeah, I wish
Sorry,
they did
man.
something like that.
I only play Total War Warhammer.
That is an interesting game. Yeah,
It's great.
Shogun's pretty good too. Shogun 2, Shogun 2, not the first one.
All right.
Yeah.
But the newest Total War, garbage. Terrible.
Dude, I
heard
haven't
about
touched
that.
Total War since Warhammer, so no thank you. No thank you. Yeah, those were our thoughts on Gate. Tell us what you guys thought about it. If you're listening to this on audio, be sure to leave be sure to share and also leave a rating on Spotify. If you're listening to this on, or if you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to leave a like, share, subscribe, because we're trying to get to 400 subscribers by the end of the year, and go down to the description. You can find the links to everything, Brandon's YouTube, my Twitter, all that
Guys,
stuff like
look, if you give us 400 subscribers, we'll release Trent's feet pics.
that.
If you give us 400 subscribers, I will start an OnlyFans and make it free for one day.
By the way, I was gonna ask. Audio listeners aren't gonna get this. Do you guys get what this? What
I
this
was
is a
looking
reference
at
to?
that. I'm like, what the hell? The Mad Goose.
Do you get what this?
Wizard?
Yeah,
No, I don't
you
get
don't
it.
get it. It's something that Ezra Miller said during his like rampage or whatever. Like whenever he was running away from the cops for doing whatever, he left like an Instagram video trolling him,
Touching
be
kids.
like, "Hey, it's me, Ezra Miller, the Mad Goose Wizard." It was the weirdest fucking thing, and I
my
always thought that was really
God.
cool.
It's your boy Skinny. I'm just gonna change mine to Skinny Peters then.
I've just been changing mine because like I don't do YouTube anymore, so I'm like, what's the point of me having one on there anymore? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This has been a casual discussion. My name's Trent,
My name's Brandon.
My name, Noah.
and we'll see you guys next time.
Hands on my feet.